So the next strategy we're going to look at that can make a difference in saving interest on a loan is changing interest rates, specifically looking to change to a lower interest rate. Now, you might not have much control over interest rates as a whole, but sometimes it can be effective partway through to through a loan to look at options of potentially refinancing a loan to a lower interest rate if one exists. Keep in mind that there's probably going to be fees and things like that to do so. So you've got to take that into account as well about whether or not this is actually going to be effectively worthwhile doing. And that's going to be depending on the flexibility, I guess, of your original loan at the same time. So yeah, like I said, this is probably not one that you have a huge amount of control over, but it's certainly worthwhile to keep in mind that refinancing a loan can be an effective strategy by getting to a lower interest rate if one becomes available. So we're going to use the same loan that we've been looking at for the previous strategies. We're not going to go about calculating the payments this time. We've seen that in the previous videos. The payments are approximately $2,773.65 for this loan. So the first thing that we're going to need to do in our example, we're looking at saying, hey, we're going to refinance the loan after 8 years. We're just picking a number for the moment just so we can play around with this and see how much of a difference it actually makes. So finding the outstanding balance after 8 years is going to be really important because when we refinance, that's the amount that we're going to be, I guess, effectively borrowing from our new lender. So the first thing we need to do is calculate what the balance is going to be after 8 years. So we're making monthly repayments. The interest rate is 6.39%. The present value, that was our original loan at this point. So $415,000. We're taking that from the bank, so it's going to be positive. The PMT, now I know this was an approximate value, so I'm just going to show that. So 2773.65. The future value, that's what we're after. The PY and CY are both 12 at the minute. So future value is approximately $344,591.02. So because it's a negative, we should probably interpret it. So therefore, the outstanding balance after 8 years is approx $344,591.02. Oops. There we go. So now what we can do with this is if we're going to refinance it, that's effectively going to become our present value for the new loan. You're effectively taking out another loan. We're going to assume that the loan's going to be continuing for the remainder of the 25 years. So when we start to do this, and we're still making monthly repayments, so it's 12 by however many years there are remaining, so that's going to be 17 years. The interest rate here, we're changing that to 5.39 with our refinancing, so that's a whole 1% decrease, so that's quite significant. The present value, now this is really important, we're pulling that down from over here. So this becomes a positive again when we put it in here because it's like we're taking out a new loan. So this is an approximate $344,591.02. The PMT, well, that's going to be different. So we're assuming at this point that we're going to just only pay the minimum monthly repayments. We're not going to combine this strategy with a different strategy and maintain repayments maintain the original repayments, because that would mean that we're making extra repayments. So we're just going to have a look at this strategy in and of itself if we're only paying the minimum monthly. So we're going to pay it off entirely here. So the PY and CY are still just 12. So let's have a look at what happens with our PMT. It is going to decrease because our interest rate's lower, which is kind of nice. And paying it off completely gives us a PMT of approximately $2,583.17. Once again, it's negative, so therefore the new min monthly repayment is approx $2,583.17. So now we can look at, if we only stuck to the minimum monthly repayments for both strategies, like if we weren't to refinance versus refinancing, what kind of interest would that have saved? So we'll break it into the smaller chunks like I have been doing up until this point. So original interest is going to be your 25 years of monthly repayments of, and this is approximately $2,773.65. Subtract away the original loan. So that will be approximately $417,098. Then we've got to have a look at the new interest, which is a bit more complex because we've got two different payments that we're making. So we had 8 years of monthly repayments of approximately $2,773.65. But we also had another 17 years of monthly repayments that were $2,583.17. So when we get that, and this is why it can sometimes be good to do it in smaller steps, because if I was to do everything as one big long calculation, yeah, it's possible, and it's what I often do. I've also got to subtract away my loan because I'm dealing with interest here. But if you do it as one big long calculation, it can, become, I guess, easy to probably make slight errors in it. So $378,237.08. So therefore, interest saved, it's going to be the difference. It's going to be approximately equal to 417,098 subtract $378,237.08. So therefore, interest saved is approximately equal to $38,860.92. So I said it's quite substantial. Obviously, you've got to take some other things into account about, refinancing fees and things like that. But it is certainly an option that can become available partway through the loan that might be worthwhile considering at various stages. So, sometimes a lot of people like to just take out the loan and they're fairly happy with it and they just roll with it for the entirety of the loan, and they never actually look into what other lenders might provide and how much that could potentially save them. So this is one potential strategy that might be viable under the right circumstances.